travel upstream, to go against the current, regardless of living in a downstream society where people kind of conform, people kind of go along to get along, but that has not been something that ever resonated within you, and it may have caused you to really question, why is that? Child of God, you're given this need to just really propel leaps and bounds, and it's because you have a predestined mission in your life. You have a purpose. You may not fully understand that purpose at this time, but trust and believe your ability to go the distance, your ability to do what is nudging on your heart and your soul, the convictions of your spirit, is not a coincidence. You were meant to live an upstream life. All right, and let's go to lay foundation for this message. Let's go to Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect in all ways. So you're being called to live a completely different lifestyle in which society purports is the norm. And by you doing so, this is showing that you have a keen insight into your intuitive nature, into the nature that the Most High God has for you. When we speak about swimming upstream, this is in regard to, for instance, particular species. They swim upstream against the current for a reason. It's because when they do so, they're going back to their place where they can actually reproduce. So if you feel as if everybody is going this one direction, but you're not going their way, you're going to go the opposite direction, it is for a reason. Trust and believe that there's going to be some people that are going to not understand why you have to do things that seem harder, why you prefer not to take shortcuts, why it is that you will actually do the work. That level of work ethic that you have is going to pay off, because even as I mentioned in regard to certain species like salmon that actually, and also the rainbow trout, they actually swim against the current and swim upstream in order to reproduce. The very things that you are going in a completely opposite direction of a downstream society is going to help you reproduce the fruits of an amazing harvest. Things are going to begin to really align in your life, and it's going to be worth not taking the easier route. Sometimes it's going to feel as if, when is the process going to shift? But when you least expect it, that's when things are going to begin to shift forward. So begin to do the work if it's convicting within you, and especially as in regard to Paul. Paul advised the flock during his time that when you go against what is being made popular, y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. If you go against what is being made popular, that shows that you are in alignment with Christ, okay? You're actually doing the Father's work. You're being obedient. And so furthermore, when you, let's go to this one. This is Luke 2:49. Speaks about, allowing yourself to be busy with doing the Father's work. Again, these things are not going to make sense to the untrained eye, to the ones that are a part of this world. But you're meant to be in this world and not be of it. So remind yourself, when it seems like it is becoming a task for you, you're striving for acceptance from God, not from anyone else. And by swimming upstream, you're going to be strong enough to overcome so many different things. Think about the challenge of actually going against the current. That takes a lot of stamina. That takes the ability to know that there's a challenge ahead, but you're going to be able to get through it. Another scripture I want to share with you to remember that our help comes from the Most High is Isaiah 26:3. And this particular scripture says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you." So despite the evidence that so many people have opted out of even going against the current, many people are just going along with whatever is the status quo. If you're living in an environment, or if you're just feeling as if Most of society is literally going downstream. They are overcome with evil and vices. Know that your help comes from the Most High. Even in times where you feel like you don't even have the words, even if you just call out to the Most High, He's going to provide solace for you. He's going to provide a sense of comfort for you, okay? And understand that you being a model example of living a different path, this is what God calls for us, to be ambassadors of Christ, okay? So may your love for the Most High grow stronger, grow warmer, and do not allow yourself to become cold by these conditions within the society, okay? Instead, allow yourself to be inviting and understanding that your pursuit of going upstream is going to provide an epic sense of joy, not only joy, but a sense of contentment